Hello, everybody. We're here to represent 100,000 Poets for Change. I'm Michael Rothenberg, co-founder with Terry Carrion of 100,000 Poets for Change. We have three readers that will join us today: Susie, Wanda Phipps, and I will be reading as well. I will begin. The Rainy Season for Michael McClure. By morning, as love moves through the rain, a gray squirrel forages sodden ground, disrupts lacy ferns, heavy oak leaves, and pine needle mulch. Salamanders rest in gold pools below deadwood in the mossy creek bed. Soggy winter has its resurrecting rain over the weak and great, delicious and repugnant sporophytes. Blue jays gorge at the feeder. Varied thrush whistle in a minor key among dense thickets. And the rain bounces on clouds, roof deck, cracked asphalt drive, seeps from serpentine outcroppings and perilous slides, all along the dark and never-ending river road. At night, giant redwoods inhale. They know the rain will come. Pro-Muslim. She wants to know if I am pro-Muslim. Why not pro-Muslim? Of course I am pro-Muslim, hugely pro-Muslim. Pro-Muslim like my life depends upon it. And while I'm at it, I am pro-Jew, pro-Christian, pro-Buddhist, pro-fish, pro-swan, pro-rose, pro-daffodil, probiotics, pro-sun, pro-sky, pro-moon, pro-trout, pro-limpkin, pro-marmalade, pro-peanut butter, pro-Valone, pro-cheddar, and pro-poetry. Have you got a problem with that? The second reader, Susie. Susie is poet, writer, artist, editor of two eco-feminist poetry series of an eco-feminist, artist, editor of eco-feminist poetry series Red Mare. She identifies as disabled queer.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. I wrote this one for you. It's called Heat Index. It is crepe myrtle season. The last rain rises with the light in veils of gold, slanting the night's deep dark to a retreat in the trees. And we hear singing. The cranes embroider the air with their echo. The summer ducks display the new children in soprano, and there's always a crow. Our morning music shifts, a shady frog, a distant woodpecker, and the heat shifts to an unusual froth. It too might be heard in the song of the light, the great tides of heat. We are burning with fever. Everywhere is the sickness. The insects are eager for our corpses. 2. The woodpecker tells us of dying trees, cued by the cicada's chorus. We don't need World Health Organization to tell us of their revised scale. when the cypress were the first to stand and burn. It was a sorrow to have swaddled their infant bodies in fancy dirt, how they grew into stalwart cones rising. Then the season, the russet took them, the Yule of their cremation. To rest among the trees is to breathe. 3. The light sings. It pulses in many notes, some of which are colors, a purple that burns. That's ultra to us. So we science. We measure and assign integers and hide, not to the trees, but to our intrinsic eternal artifice. But in the embrace of the planet is breath, the breathing foliage, a white crepe myrtle perhaps, that is a touch point for a freshly fledged cardinal, his gray belly, his blooming red touches, as he bends to wipe his beak against the gray branch of beautyberry upon which he made his breakfast. His command of the air is precise. He breathes his wings. We will breathe the noon light, and a trio of crows will discuss corn. Somewhere are machines whose metallic heat shivers as it rises, adding currents for the butterflies, and up to the O4. And as we face our cardinal directions, our breath is our motion. A daylight raccoon has usurped the crows. Her overt desperation is unmindful of being seen. She's so thin of hip. And thus, in this auricular light, the special song of burning, the machines now sing their addictive death march, and the light bends, is bending more and more. And if each day they breathe, their breath is our breath, and their breath is the soft light, not the burning one. Their breath is a balance of the waters. Their breath is our motion, and their burning bends the light to giggling, to chop, to shorter waves, because we measured it, we clocked it. Our last 10 seasons, the days of burning are doubling every other year. Extreme WHO 11, right? Yet the cicadas answer the machines, yet one hopeful jay always off in the swamp. The daylight raccoon finds the feeder and has a good snack. Where the chamomile has gone leggy and native, a small black moth hides in the heather. There's hope in the hawk, who gives us a trio of her blues bending notes. Let her not be last. Oh, let's not last, because we vow more flowers to bloom against the pacing hours after midnight, when the wet face is slow to dry and the fruit trees glow with burning, the bolt upright from sleep, burning, but inside, under the bones that gasp to breathe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we have Wanda Phipps. Wanda Phipps is a New York City poet, translator, and editor with 2 full-length published books of poetry and a new one forthcoming this spring from Autono Media.
Thank you, Michael. This first poem I'm reading is called Choose and Go, and it's a birthday poem and an election results day poem all at the same time. The end of the world played twice last night. even though it feels like the beginning. And maybe that's the point, the edge, the end of one world as the beginning of another is born. Surfacing, crowning, as the water practices waves, I pulled the magician card so now everything is at my feet. I can choose and go. The universe following along for the ride and pushing me forward with 10,000 birthday songs across the nation. I drink Polish beer, hoping Peter doesn't need the anti-sad light anymore, hoping I can find the stoop sale blue velvet for Olena, hoping Kathy's cousin pulls through the virus, hoping the Queen's gambit is not just another ploy, hoping my voice can find the harmony or stay strong with this new melody, dancing at Café du Soleil. And this is called What Some Men Say After Sex. I feel like I'm going to die. You know, we're really in outer space. I really should be practicing my guitar. Well, first fuck of the new year. I'm really sorry. I'm not that good at it. I knew you'd like that. And you're so soft. This didn't happen. You make such great noises. I feel so guilty. That felt incredible. I've wanted to fuck you since the first time I met you. At first, I was wondering if you'd like this. You're beautiful. This happens all the time. It's not you. I really have to leave now, but I can't. And this is a poem that Michael said he liked a lot. It's called She's at the Pyramid. I'm wandering in this other city, not my city. Even when I return to my home, it will not be my city so vast, so complex and tender, so rough and simple. My city is more than miles away. It's farther than I can reach, just out of earshot and eyesight. My city of dreams dazzles me, tempts me, seduces me with scenes of romance and love songs, luxury and excess, with simplicity and wholeness. My city waits for me, and I keep searching for its sparkling skyscrapers, its scarlet neon, the blues and bebop of my city, my real home, my place of serenity and security, my soft and murmuring voice, that older and wiser voice echoing in the canyons of my city. The energy, the movement, the aliveness of the city, the place where it all comes together, the place where I am finally right, where I finally fit, where you, that eternal other, which is really the eternal me, the eternal one, waits there in this place, in this city, in my city. Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Susie, Wanda, and the viewers out there for joining us for this presentation of 100,000 Poets for Change.